Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Living, Overcoming, Becoming podcast. And today I am showing up with a little bit more boldness than usual. And honestly, in the past few weeks, I feel like I have been growing, I've been healing, I've been getting the teaching and the encouragement from all of the guest speakers that I've had so far, but I have also been trying to protect my peace by any means necessary, more so than I have ever done before. So today's episode was an episode that was so cleverly named by my best friend because I told her what it was about, but I couldn't get the right title to express how I'm feeling and what I was addressing today. And we came up with the title, New Number Who Dis. So we've all used that term a day or two or 5 or 6 in our lives. And I already know somebody felt that in their spirit because New Number Who Dis is an episode, not to be petty, but it's about being obedient. And it's not about cutting people off. It's about honoring the version of me that God is cultivating. And it's crazy because it's not that I don't love you, because I still love you. I still pray for you. But I don't answer to who I used to be anymore. And some people keep calling a number that I disconnected a long time ago. And today, we're going to talk about setting boundaries without bitterness, letting go of guilt while you grow, and why just because you're still becoming doesn't mean you owe anyone access to who I'm becoming. So grab your tea, grab your journal, and maybe even some tissues if you need them. Because we're going to talk about what it means to protect your peace in this next level of healing. So we're going to dive right into it. So, like I said, New Number Who Dis is literally just me opening up like that new number energy. Like I am a new creation. Y'all heard me talk about how difficult it was to connect to that person or understand who that person was or even accept it. Just accepting becoming a new creation is like very tough. But now that I know what that means and I'm setting into it, I am embracing it. I feel like I'm tapping into it in a different level and meaning than I feel like I would have ever given myself credit for. Because now I know that the new person doesn't mean that I have to let go of my personality or my quirks or, some of the things that I thought I had to get rid of. But it just means that now that I'm moving forward in God, in this new identity and pursuing the purpose that He has on my life, I have to understand that me cutting off old actions, letting people know where my boundaries and the things that I am going to accept and not accept anymore is okay. And this episode is to address that, to give you encouragement to be able to do that. And then I am just talking about how I am moving forward to give you the oomph to accept it too. So what do I mean by new number who dis? What do I mean by new number energy? So very, very recently, and still for the past few months, despite a lot of my friends knowing I go to church or, people that I used to hang out with or, anybody that's been connected to me, family, friends, old coworkers, things of that nature. They have been seeing my podcast, seeing my content, seeing the things that, I talk about now. And it almost seems like people are in disbelief where they don't understand how I could do such a big turnaround. And, even some of the people that I would think would kind of respect it are still kind of like pushy in a sense. Like, oh no, we can go in, we can do this, or oh, let's go out here, or oh, I want to go and do this, or you can go ahead and like they're just trying to consistently push old habits and things into my face. Now, granted, yes, I still have some old habits like drinking that I still do. Do I do it as much? Nope, I don't. I'm actually starting to lose the taste or the want or the need to do it as much. I quit smoking cigarettes again because I did pick it up again because I got stressed out, but it didn't feel right anymore. Didn't taste right. Didn't hit me the way that I wanted it to anymore. So I gave it up again. And then I'm noticing some of the things that I used to love doing, it just does not fit me anymore. Like if I'm invited out to a bar or a club, I will literally rack my brain about if I feel like going anymore. And then if I do end up at this said bar or club, I am to the, I guess, happy age of where being pushed and shoved isn't fun anymore. Being cramped in like sardines isn't that great. I still listen to a lot of like hip hop, R&B, pop music, but then it's like some of the music that they play now, it sounds crazy. And it's just like I'm starting to notice that it's not that I don't still like to do certain things. It's just my appetite is changing. It doesn't fulfill me. It's not really fun. It's just something that I do. And then I realize that I'm forcing myself to do these things or to be in these spaces because of the people that it's connected to. And it's just like because I love these people or because, I was invited out or because I feel an obligation or, all of these things. It's like I put myself in these predicaments that I know I kind of don't want to do because I feel like I am either people pleasing or I don't want to lose the connection or, relationship that I have with the people that are inviting me or, the people that I've had around for so long. But at the end of the day, it's like people are trying to appeal to the old me that doesn't really exist anymore. And I started to feel guilty for a while to the point where I started suppressing it a lot in a sense of I was afraid to lose people. I was afraid to be seen a certain way. I feel like a lot of people equate Christians to not being fun for some reason, but I've realized that was a lie. You know what I mean? But it came to the point where the old version of me was still stuck in people's heads. And despite me being on this journey and people seeing the journey, they still are trying to subscribe to an old version of me that I have been shedding for the past 2 to 3 years. Now, granted, in the past few months, I feel like I have been shedding a lot more and growing out of a lot more in a quicker pace than I did in the beginning. But I think that was also in my surrender and in me actually encouraging myself to tap in and explore, the new personality I am becoming in God. But even in that, it rose like a lot of questions and it rose a lot of fear in me because a lot of the things and people that I'm attached to in the old version of me, I have had around me for so long. And it was like, what would my life look like without those people or those places or doing these activities or doing these habits? And I had to really set a balance in my head. And I had to get over the fact that I can't be scared and I can't feel guilty and I can't feel shame about it. Because if I really say I love God as much as I love God and I want to be the person that He created in me, I have to understand that it's going to come with sacrifice. But even those sacrifices, it doesn't mean I'm ghosting you. It means I'm growing. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means you can't go with me in this season unless you're trying to change with me. It doesn't mean I don't want to be around you. It's just I am not going to put myself in certain predicaments or situations anymore out of obligation or fear of losing you because at the end of the day, if you respect me and you love me as much as you say you do, then you'll respect and appreciate that I'm putting up these boundaries to become the person that I want to become now. And I want to trust God in that becoming. So it's just like the new number energy isn't supposed to be negative. It's really just me coming to terms with I am becoming, I am a new person. And then I have to acknowledge my taste bud change because I can't ignore it. And I can't keep force feeding myself something that I know is not bringing me any joy or any, thing positive. It's just me putting myself in these positions out of a negative reaction. So, you know, like I said, I still love y'all. I still pray for y'all. I still carry grace, but I have to start cutting off my access during my shift. Like I am shifting. I can feel my spirit shifting. I can feel all of the things that make me elevating. And I was literally just prophesied to the other day, and God is like tired of waiting for me because I know He sees me wrestling. I know like He can feel me going back and forth between appeasing people with the old version of me and me becoming, and out of fear. I know I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It is still very scary because I'm afraid to see my potential. I'm afraid to see myself be successful in a way because I've been hustling and grinding and clawing my way to the surface for so long. But it's like something about this shift and this new becoming season. I feel like it's going to come with a lot of things that I felt like I didn't deserve for a long time. So accepting it and understanding that I do deserve this and God loves me and these things are happening because of His love for me, it was hard to grasp and hard to swallow, but now I want it because when I realized, it's not me saying I didn't appreciate who I was because a lot of it gave me the tools and the abilities and, the strength that I have today. But now it can't go with me in this new season because this new season is requiring me to be better. It's requiring me to shed some of those things. And this shift, sometimes I feel like I have been recognizing it before other people. So recognizing the shift in you is where we're coming into because I have been feeling this for a while. I've been feeling this for the past few years. Ever since I got baptized, I felt myself shifting. But it was like I felt it, but I suppressed it. And then like I said, I got into that fearful aspect of, oh no, people ain't gonna like me no more. Or oh no, people ain't gonna talk to me no more. I'm not gonna get invited out. People are gonna think I'm weird. People are gonna think I'm not fun anymore. It was a lot of things happening where it was like internally and spiritually, I felt myself changing. I started not liking certain things. I started, you know, not partaking in certain things because I didn't have the urge anymore. Like it was a lot of things happening where it was like I noticed it. People on the outside might have been like, "Oh, that's the same Erica," but I literally started to do things out of habit to the point where it was like me on autopilot. And it's like, of course, nobody would know the difference because only I know on the inside what's happening. And even with me recognizing that shift before people, I had to honestly come to the fact that I had to honor it because overall, it started making me feel certain things that I knew were not of God, like depressed, and I felt ostracized, and I felt like I was going crazy for a minute because I'm feeling all of these feelings, and that at the time I was afraid to talk to anybody about it because they really, until now, I've never really been to a church that like talked about the things that we talk about on this podcast. I've never really had the opportunity to open up to wise counsel or people that went through the same thing. So it was like me sitting here and I'm saying, okay, I'm a new creation and I'm going to accept it. I'm going to walk with it. I'm going to run with it. I'm going to literally explore this new person because darn it, I want to see what this is really about to be about. Like I'm not going to be afraid of that person anymore because I'm trying to see what she about to do. And it's just like over time you start getting hungry for the what could be. So even when you start to feel it before people see it, you have to honor it. You have to understand that you have to look at this new thing and you have to understand that this new person isn't really new. It's who you were all along, but now you're just being introduced to that person through God. So looking at it through that lens, oh yeah, I'm ready to hop in it. I'm ready to dive in. I'm ready to figure out how this is going to work, who I'm about to be, what I'm about to be a part of. But then I also had to prepare myself for the level of challenges that that's going to bring too. So not only accepting it and walking in it and wanting to know this new person, you also have to prepare your heart and your mind because with new elevation comes new challenges, new demons, new situations. And that was a whole other kind of situation that I had to prepare myself for. Why it took me so long to actually look at this person and be like, you know what, I'm ready. Because if I've already been dealing with the stuff I've been dealing with now, outside of God, coming back to God, growing in God, I'm like, oh no, if I become the person He actually want me to be, what the heck? is that about to bring with it? But now, because I'm honoring where I've been and how I got here, and I'm trying to look at it in a different way, I realize that he's been preparing me to understand and to steward this new person and creation that I'm becoming through all of my experiences. So now, as I grow, I realize that my growth now requires boundaries. So, why does growth require boundaries? I have to understand that the things and the ways and the vision that people have had on me, that I've had on other people, the things that I have been going through with relationships and situations, all of that was not positive. All of that was not good. All of that was not my fault. All of that was not required to keep people around. My people pleasing, I had to die to that spirit. My need to be accepted and liked died because I had to realize that doing all of these things does not equate love, does not equate people caring about you, and does not mean that these people are supposed to be in your life forever. So, why I had to grow boundaries, it's like I have to put a line between the old patterns, the old behaviors, and the new direction I'm going in. And I had to grieve. I had to grieve the fact that the way that I was used to being treated, the way that I was used to treating other people, the ways that people claimed who loved me did things to me and I accepted it because I thought that I deserved it. I literally had to allow God to wipe my mind of all of those feelings, all of those thoughts, and really realize that setting boundaries is not me being bitter. It's me being obedient. It's me understanding that obedience is also misunderstood. Like me sitting and saying that I want to protect the new person that I am becoming, that I am walking into with boundaries, that does not mean something negative. Boundaries are set to let people know what they can and can't do, what they can and can't say, and how they can and can't treat you. So with me saying I'm walking into this new season and this new personality and this new creation, and me accepting it and me knowing that I need to steward it and I need to take care of it, it's me looking at these people and I'm saying, I love y'all, but some of y'all I gotta go my own way. I love y'all, but if y'all talk to me like this way again, I'm you're not gonna be seeing me no more. Correct yourself now, get right or get left. And I've always had that kind of personality, but I've always had that personality out of protection for me in the wrong ways. And I started becoming bitter with using that. And I would do that and I would not continue to love or respect that person. When I used to use that get right or get left aspect, it was out of spite, disrespect, and you run up on me again, you're gonna get popped kind of energy. But now I'm taking it and I'm using it and I'm like, get right with what I'm asking, what I'm telling you I accept, what I don't accept, or you just will not be hearing or seeing from me anymore. But I love you. But I gotta go. Like it's taking it and saying, as much as I appreciate you and love you, this cannot come with me anymore. I can't carry this anymore. I can't accept this anymore because it's not working and it's not going to be positive for me in this new season. It can't come with me. And I hope you understand. That's this is the kind of feeling that I'm portraying. This is the kind of feeling where get right or get left is like I am moving forward. You can either move forward in positivity and love and God with me, or I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you stay where you at, but you can't come with me. I gotta let you go. And I started doing that recently. Like I started analyzing relationships and situations that I'm in, even my job. Like that's a relationship I'm in with my career, with my job right now. Like all of these things I'm analyzing. I'm looking through how will they benefit me and how they bring me down. I'm looking at where I'm going in my life and what I want in my life and what I'm not going to accept. I'm not going to accept survival mode anymore. Survival mode is not good enough for me anymore. I'm 32. I've been doing this for over 25 years, just surviving and barely grasping and holding on. And, you know, all of those attributes, that people pleasing and fear of losing people and keeping people around that shouldn't be around, that was all out of survival as well. Like not just the fighting and becoming tough and growing thick skin and leaving people before they left me, or making sure that somebody else felt that hurt before I felt that hurt after a while. Like these are all things that not only don't make sense for me anymore, but analyzing it, I had to figure out what good I got from it, but then I had to realize it was doing more harm than good. And now my recorrection and my redirection, now I'm like, okay, now that I understand what I was doing and why I was doing it, how can I make it of God, and how can I do it in grace instead of hate or bitterness? How can I do it in understanding and empathy and not disrespect? And, because at the end of the day, as much as these people might have hurt me, I still had to forgive them. I still had to forgive myself. And then I still have to pray for these people, because a lot of people, they might not even like me anymore. They might not have liked me then, and it just might have been a lie. They might not agree with the direction that I'm going in, and I have to prepare myself for that too. But even in that, I still have to practice my fruits of the spirit, and I still have to make sure that when I am addressing these situations, when I'm put in these certain predicaments where I have to make that choice between honoring myself and God and honoring the feelings of other people, I have to understand that no matter what, if I do it in grace, then if it's taken in an offensive way, baby, that's about you. It's not about me. Because I have been honestly getting like irritated, dealing with a lot of things, because it's forcing me to have feelings that I didn't think would come with something like this. But even in growing and requiring boundaries, it is a hard feat, but it's so necessary, because moving forward, you can't continuously do and accept the same things that you've been healed and delivered from, because you're just going to keep ending up in that same circle. So when you're doing this, you also have to hold grace for the old you. So yes, I am setting boundaries. Yes, I'm doing it in grace. Yes, I'm showing you guys love. Yes, I'm recognizing my shift. I've recognized my shift this long, and now I understand where I'm going. But I also have to give myself grace for the old me. Give yourself grace for the old you, because we don't hate who we were. You're just not them anymore. I don't hate the old me. I don't resent the old me. The old me was great. Yes, we had our issues. Yes, we had our fights. Yes, we've had, some bad times. But at the same time, if I did not live that way or understand who I was in those things, I would have never became the person I am today. I had to honor my journey. I had to honor the things that I went through. I had to analyze the things that I went through. And I had to go back and I had to look at even the things that felt like they were the worst times of my life. I had to really realize that even though it felt like the worst time, it built something or put something in me that I now use that I never would have gotten if I didn't go through it. That is a challenge. That is a challenge as a Christian, looking at some of the horrors that we've been through, or some of the things that we don't understand happening, or some of the things that we thought that people just allowed to happen, and how to flip it for your good. But that's what God is here for. That's why we lean on him. Sometimes we gotta yell at him. Sometimes I be fussing. Sometimes I don't understand. But what I understand is the more that I talk to him and tell him really how I feel, the more he opens up my mind of thinking differently. That renewing of the mind really kicks in. And the understanding that all things do work out for my good in the end. But even still, It's just like Second Corinthians 5:17. And it says, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has gone, the new is here. So it's just like, I am. I am a new creation. I am new. I am in Christ. But I love me how I love me who I was. I love her. I appreciate her. She was strong, but now baby, you gotta go. We gotta let that go, because a lot of it we did because we had to. But now that we're in God, we're laying down our burdens, we're giving it to him, and we're trusting him going forward. So, like they said, don't die to the old man completely, because how do I not know that that's why he called me? Because of who I was back then and what I presented and what I gave. Now I'm not giving that to the outside world. I'm not giving that to sin. I'm giving it to God. I am doing all of this for God. This is where my new mindset is coming. This is where I love her. We did that. We had some good days. We had some bad days. We survived though, but now we're here. And now we're trying to move forward. And I'm not going to have guilt in my transformation, especially when I'm being treated as if I changed. I did. Y'all right. Everybody that is listening to me talk right now and has been saying, "Oh, she acting different. Oh, she being different. Oh, she I am." And that's all right. Because at the end of the day, I'm not forcing nobody to love me. I'm not forcing nobody to come with me. I'm not forcing nobody to accept me. But y'all are going to respect me, and y'all are going to respect the direction that I'm going in. And y'all are either going to respect it in my presence, or y'all are going to respect it looking at me through your phones, and that's the only way you see me. Because I am now to the point where I am tired of explaining to you guys why I'm doing this. When a lot of you guys were around me in the reasons why I came back to God in the first place. Those low moments, some of the people I cried to, some of the people I asked for help, some of the people, you know, relationships, boyfriends, best friends, roommates, things of that nature, family. Some of y'all kind of know what how I got here. So, and even if you don't believe, even if you're not really into this God thing, y'all are going to respect me and where I'm trying to go. Y'all are going to respect me and my decisions. Y'all are going to respect my boundaries too. Because, like I said, get right or get left. I'm not forcing you to be around here, but I am going to force myself to move forward. I am very unapologetic in this now. I am stepping into this in such boldness and such, I'm ready to do this. And like, I'm almost like, I'm at the starting block ready to take off. Like that's where I'm at. Like I'm waiting for the gun to pop. Like I am so ready for this now because I've accepted it. I have dissected all of the things and I'm not afraid anymore. Because at the end of the day, if God loves me and this is what he wants for me and I say I love him, oh, I'm with it. I am so with it. But just because I say all of this, that don't mean play with me. Like I said, I'm still becoming. And when I say y'all gonna respect me, y'all gonna respect me. And y'all are going to respect the fact that I love God. But don't play with me yet. Please don't. I ain't get to that part yet. And that's not a warning. It's kind of like just a tidbit, like a sidebar. Because right now I'm not playing about God. And, some of the people that I'm still around, they don't, you know, necessarily bang with God like that. And what I need people to understand is in my redirection, in my commitment, in my love, in my understanding, in my empathy for you, even though I feel like my empathy button is wearing a little thin because people continue to disrespect, my choice of who I believe in and the things that I'm willing to do and how far I'm really willing to go for God. Um, this is also a warning. Do not talk about him crazy in front of me. Please don't. I respect your decision to not subscribe, but I'm telling you now, don't be disrespectful. Like just don't. I I'm very bold and loud about God now. Even in my craziness, my haywireness, like, all of those things. I am still, like I said, becoming. But I don't tolerate disrespect for me, and I really don't tolerate disrespect for God. So it's just like, boo, like I said, I am not forcing you guys to be around. I am not forcing y'all to be my friend. I'm not forcing y'all to be around me as family either. Family, y'all don't got to be around me. I promise you, you don't. But when you are around me, you going to know how much I love God. You going to know how much I rock with him. You going to know how much I'm trusting him, how much I'm believing in him to make me a better person, how I'm trying to bring forth the king. You going to know that. Don't be disrespectful though. Because, yeah, just don't. I'm just saying, like, I will still pray for you. I will still love you. You can still go about your business. But if you feel like you can't handle what I got going on, just remove yourself, you know, because I'ma still be loud for the Lord no matter what. Y'all still gonna know who I rock with. But but anywho, moving on to my last segment for today. I am still becoming, but I'm moving forward anyway. Just like I just said, I am not afraid to profess my love for God. I am not afraid to tell you what he's done for me. Even in the face of sorrow, like I just lost an aunt this week. Again, I have been surrounded by death, and people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, why do you still believe? Or why do you still, push God? And why do you still? Because I can. Because how do you think I've been kept sane this whole time? All through all of these losses, through all of this pain, all of this heartache, all of my unknowing. When I say he has been keeping my mind, even when I feel like I'm about to lose it, when I say I pray and he answers me, when I say the peace that surpasses all understanding comes even when I don't understand, but even in my relationship, I can still talk to him. I still let him know I don't understand what you did. I might not even like you right now. I might not agree with what you did, but you gotta give me time and you gotta show me that it was for something. This is what relationship is about. This is what conversation is about. Same way we talk to all the people that we see in the physical. I go to God in the spiritual and I talk to him. Even in my pain. Even though I'm still becoming, even though I still have fleshly thoughts, fleshly feelings, like anger, like disappointment, anxiety, like all of these things, I am still becoming. I am still trying to walk into the fullness of what I am supposed to be. But I'm still moving forward anyway, even in all of these things. And then I lean on Isaiah 43:18 and 9. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. I could have really let a lot of these things deter me. I could have let these things run me away. I could have let these things let me fall back into old patterns and behaviors. But I'm tired of doing that. I'm doing a new thing. And I'm fully trusting God. I'm fully walking in him. I'm going to fully accept the fact that, like, sir, if this is what you want from me, if this is where you want me to go, if this is who you want me to be, let's go. Because at the end of the day, I'm never ever going to regret my decision. Because being on the outside and seeing how my life was, and now being on the inside and dealing with a lot of the same things I dealt with before, but now my mind is different. Now I can understand differently. Now my actions are different. I feel myself changing. I feel my mind changing. I feel all of these things. Yes, I still fall short every day. Yes, I still have my challenges. But now with him and understanding what this is doing for me, I ain't never going to regret that decision. And I'm never going to allow somebody to sit and talk down on somebody or my creator, in the sense that y'all might not be seeing what he's done for y'all, but now that I'm looking back and I'm experiencing it, and I know I've been interceding and praying and doing all of this. Don't just don't be disrespectful. Unsubscribe swiftly. I still love you, but unsubscribe like swiftly. Change direction. If we're in the same events and you don't want to be around me, I will completely understand if you need to avoid me, but I keep God on me and I keep his name in my mouth. So this is the new me, new number. Who this? The old me, she was good. I understand y'all love her, but y'all will love me just as much because I'm still her. I'm just better. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm walking in that kind of confidence different. Like I'm still her, but I'm better. But the her that she was and the her that I'm becoming, we not accepting everything no more. It's not good enough for us anymore. It's not good enough for my journey anymore. It's not good enough for who I'm becoming. The stronger woman that I'm becoming, it's that stuff isn't good enough anymore. That's it. What was is what was, and what is what is, and we're moving forward. And a lot of this, it sounds like I'm puffing out my chest. I am. Like, I am puffing out my chest, but at the same time, I am being so unapologetic right now in my transformation. I'm accepting it. I'm walking in it. I'm doing it. And like I say, it's okay. I still love y'all, but my no means no. And I'm protecting my peace in this next healing phase. Like, I am not doing the same things anymore. I'm not accepting the same things. I'm not even trying to say the same words. I am so trying to work in the forward direction right now. Where, like I said, if you take offense, you might need to check yourself because I am doing this in so much love, so much grace, so much empathy to the point where I will remove myself for you so you don't have to make that decision. And I love God for aiding me in that transformation and honoring me in my renewing because he's already began to change the hearts and minds of some of the people that are still around. He's already been sending me people. Like, I have been fostering my best friend and I's relationship for almost 2 years now, and we're both growing, and she has been so much of a support to me in all of this to the point where, like I said, I had to realize that Christians are fun because me and her are a hoot. So, that helped me die to that thought. But it's just like, I'm not who I was, but I'm not who I'm becoming yet. But I'm no longer available to what broke me. So take that information the way that you will. In love, guys, everything is all in love. I promise. And yes, this has been one of the shorter episodes, but it's only short because it really wasn't an episode of conversation. This is an episode of declaration. I didn't need that much time to help you understand where I am, how I got here. And like I said, this is at one of those pivotal points in the season where we're wrapping up. We only have 2 more episodes after this. And this is me finally declaring out loud to the world that this is who I am. This is who I'm walking in. Get right or get left, but I love y'all anyway. The boundaries are going up. Detachments are being made. And you will understand that respect for God and my presence is always required. And if you can't handle that, I'm telling you now to just not be around me. In love. This is so much love. I swear, I promise. It sounds like it's not, but it's just me being bold, me walking into it, me accepting it. I am authentically in love with the person that I'm becoming because, like I said, I kept that boldness that I had outside, and now I'm bringing it inside with God. So, as we wrap up this swift declaration episode, introducing the new me to you guys, I have my reflection prompts for you guys to do at home. Please do them. You can send them to me at livingovercomingbecoming@gmail.com. You can text them, send me a message or a document to 610-241-5366. Both of these lines are very private. The website will be available next week. So you guys will be able to tap in and see the new episodes. You'll be able to find new information. You'll be able to find the merch drops. And I am working on a project that will be available to you guys in the next 2 or 3 months. So a lot is happening, which is why we need the website. But always subscribe to our YouTube page. Make sure you follow our Instagram and our Facebook pages. TikTok is always fun. definitely getting into the new content. So please just let me know how everything is going. Don't forget our Testimony Tuesday. Send me in a praise moment from the week, something that you've been through, something that got revealed to you. I will only share if you give me permission, but I definitely want to know how these things are shaping out for you no matter what. So please, if you're going to send me an email or send me a DM, please let me know it's okay to share. If not, I just want to read. I want to fellowship with you guys. I want to start really building this community because we need each other. And reflection prompt number 1, what relationships or mindsets do I need to lovingly release as I grow? 2, where do I still need to offer myself grace for how far I've come? And 3, who is trying to reach a version of me that no longer exists? And why am I still answering? And of course, please speak this declaration aloud with me. I love deeply. I love loudly. And I'm setting boundaries because I believe God's glory requires space. I'm still healing, still becoming, and still learning. But one thing is for sure, I'm no longer available to what He delivered me from. This is not rejection. It's redirection. New number. Who this? I love you guys, and I will see you again next week. We are wrapping up, guys. Get caught up, get caught up, get caught up. And always stay prayed up. Love you guys. Love you.